All right, good morning, everybody. It is your Saturday morning Andrews Yellow Jacket post game reaction show. We haven't settled on a name quite yet. We're still working on that, but here we are. And after another great Yellow Jacket win, here with my co-host, you see him right there, the voice of the Andrews Yellow Jacket, uh, Mayor retired Colonel Frank McClary, who's coming to us live from a location down there. And tell us about where you at there, Chief.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to the show, everybody. Hey, I'm out here right now on the Mount Pleasant side of the Ravenel Bridge. This morning, I was a part of the domestic violence walk, which is hosted and sponsored by Butch Kennedy, who's the CEO, I think, of this nonprofit organization. And every year he holds this domestic violence awareness walk across the bridge. This is his ninth year. And so I got up here to be a part of that and decided to stay in place and so we can do the show this morning. As you can see behind me, it's beautiful, beautiful back here. It had a little rain early on. Got kids running around, people fishing. So it's a great time out here. And it's a beautiful park. So here to bring us to get us some reactions from our game on Thursday night, which, as you know, was changed because of the weather from Friday to Thursday, and so the Yellow Jacket showed out.
Showed out on Thursday night, and yeah, and I mean we had a lot of people show up. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Jacket fan base. Definitely came out in numbers. The Jackets won, of course, 38-21 over a feisty Andrew Jackson team. That like I said, I thought put up a good game, put up a good game. But again, we prevailed. Let's start with some reactions from one of the players, middle linebacker Luke. Man, shout out to Luke. Luke
I
did
know
that
Luke,
thing last
Luke,
year,
yeah,
man.
Luke Blakely from last year.
Luke, yeah, shout out to Luke. Luke, if you happen to listen to this, man, you better hit that like button because you just jumped into my mind. But this kid is serving the position well. He's holding down the tradition of middle linebacker, and that's going to be young Aiden Cooper.
Here with senior linebacker Aiden Cooper. Aiden, big game tonight, man. You guys had a little slow start, and then you got it rolling, man. Comments on the game tonight?
First half was a little shaky. It's Thursday night. We kind of had to adapt to the changes in our schedule, but I think first half, we came out, had a little adversity, came out second half, really shut them down. That stop right after the half was really the seal of it. And then, had to slip up right there, but happens. It's football, and we shut them down after that. So.
And you just mentioned it. What were some of the things that you guys were saying when you first got the information that you were going to be playing on Thursday instead of Friday?
I wouldn't say we were worried, but it was just we had to be a lot more sharp on Wednesday, because we had to come back on Thursday and play a game. And we found out on Tuesday, and we were like, oh crap. And then that Wednesday we locked in, had a really good practice, really sharp, really good. And then we came out here and we did our thing.
All right, next week, man, we're playing a team that's kind of close to your heart.
That's my old school.
Your old school. Tell us about what and this is your last hurrah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what's it going to mean to you going into that game?
I mean, I'm probably going to be the best game I've played in my whole high school career. Because last year when we played them, I didn't really get to play much, and I've always wanted to play against them, and actually play. And I'm gonna have my chance this upcoming week. And when you see the black pants, it's a different kind of locked in, I guess, if that makes any sense.
No doubt, man. Well, look forward to it. Have a good week, man. And,
yes, sir.
We'll see you at Walkmore.
Appreciate it.
Hey, all I'm gonna say right now, Walkmore is in trouble because this young man is dialed in. His word says locked in. Walkmore, your running backs, your offense, you guys are in trouble. This is one of my favorite players right here. Listened to his interview when you had him last year. Just a solid young man, focused, as he said, down, locked in. Walkermore's in trouble because it's gonna be some big hits.
I'm looking forward to it, man. And by the way, great interview, Aiden. Great interview. I did a good job. The kid is intense. I've seen him play through pain. Not only is he going to be not only does the kid have the ability to play at the next level, but I think he also has the ability to. It's another aspect for high school athletes that are we going into college. That NIL thing is important right there. Being able to articulate yourself in front of a camera, and I think that's what we're going to continue to work on that as our guys come through younger and younger. But on the field, and obviously, you see off the field, great character, definitely.
Yeah, well, what I picked up from him last year doing his interview in his first speech here on Anderson podcast is he's focused. He know now. If you didn't hear in his interview, this is his opportunity to shine. As he said, he didn't play much last year, and obviously, I think in his mind he believed that he was ready to go. He just didn't get the time. And I think every time he's on the field, he's going to make it count. Because if you watch him, if he's not in the play, he's around the play. I had a great opportunity to watch him. When you're not in that press box, you don't get to see everything and give these guys credit. But I was on the sideline in Carver's Bay, and I specifically watched for things that I don't see in the press box. The activities on the line, where the players and I watched him. He was on in and around every play that night on defense. So I think he's gonna show out. And then again, he's probably got some personal scores to settle with Walkermore. So it's gonna be an interesting contest.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting contest. And again, watching this kid play out his senior year is going to be I feel like I'm in a privileged position to be able to sit there, and watch it up close, the way I get to watch it, and listen to these kids all prepare before the game. You know what I mean? I'm living and dying every down with them, man.
Hey, and again, I say this all the time, and I don't think I can emphasize the fact that what you do is capturing memories, not just now, for years to come. And so you keep doing what you do, and those guys appreciate it. And others try it, but you have to have played the game, know where the actions are to get the best shots that captures, the efforts these kids or these players, these men are putting into it. So big time. Hey, that's the shot of the year so far right there. These guys are having an airborne conversation. That's an airborne conversation right there. These guys are skywalking, getting above the noise level.
Yes,
who is it? That looks like Jacoby and
no, that's
not Jacoby.
That's Chris and Gumby.
Okay. Yeah, those guys. But again, man, great interview, and we're looking forward to big plays from Aiden Cooper from the middle linebacker spot.
All right, let's hear from Coach.
All right, Coach, good win tonight. They threw us a curve this week with a short week. Tell us about what that was, the adjustment was to, when you got the call letting you know that we weren't playing Friday, but tonight, Thursday night.
Yeah, it's always a little disjointed when you get thrown off your routine. Thought the guys handled it well, though. They were ready to play, and I thought we had a pretty decent week of practice and maximized their time. So I don't think it really affected us any. So it's good for us. Sometimes you get thrown off your routine. You got to adjust and figure it out and have to figure out a way to win.
Hey, Coach, I've seen a lot of football here at Andrews High, and this defensive line that you got, your front four, I see something special in these guys. If you would talk a little bit about, again, you're talking Chris Stewart, you're talking Khalil Darcy, you're talking Davion McNair, and you're talking number 55.
Yeah, Jacoby Sanders. You can throw Madison Smith in there, man. They're good. I mean, they're real good, and they're great kids. They're they're leaders, they work hard, and that's kind of what we've built the defense around. And they obviously had a great game again tonight. I know we had 3 or 4 sacks, multiple tackles for loss, and thought those guys played great.
One more question, Brandon Cumbie. What is it coaching this kid? I know we're only in the 3rd game, but
it's a lot of fun because he can make a bad call look great in a heartbeat. And I told Coach Rao he popped one of those at some point. I said, it helps when the best player on your field's on the field's on your team.
Absolutely.
And he's a great player, great kid, and he makes us all look good.
Absolutely. Okay, next week we got Waccamaw. In Waccamaw, so look forward to that. Hopefully we can get it back. Last year we dropped a close one.
Yeah.
But look forward to that. And the thing about a short week is now we got a long one.
Now we got a long one. That's right.
Thank you, sir, Coach.
All right, no problem.
Yes, sir.
There he is, Coach Durham, man. Shout out to Coach and the job he's doing over there.
Coach is in his 11th year, man. I believe at Andrews High, and again, as you said, he's and I think except that first season, I believe everyone have been winning season, and you could see, I think the atmosphere, everybody, and you can hear it in the voices. I think even in me sitting up there, is that we got something special going on this year with 21 juniors who a lot of them were starters last year as sophomores, and coach has made some adjustments on the offense in terms of the offensive formation. Right now, the defensive coordinator is now up, so he has a better view of what's going on. And he's identified his he's got some special guys on the line, and in that backfield with that quarterback starting off is something pretty special this year.
Yeah, and like he commented on that defensive front. And these guys are again from where I get to watch the game at, I'll say it like my brother said, this kid, this defensive line that came down from Andrew Jackson, here, this picture right here pretty much sums up how that thing went for them that night. And I mean, I promise you, the whole defensive line slept well going back to Kershaw County.
Hey, I'm telling you, yeah, that was a long ride too. So that butt whipping and that salt that was poured into it is probably pretty bad going back. But you see these guys, man, and that wasn't a small team. Those were some big boys.
Yeah, they had size, man. They had size.
But I'm telling you, our men, that front line was blowing them off. I'm talking 2 to 3 seconds. These guys are in the backfield on top of them. They were moving these guys. I mean, when they fired off the ball, you can see in some of the highlights that you provided here throughout the week, is that the defensive line, our offensive line had those guys up on one leg, pushing them back and driving them as deep in the backfield. I mean, in the back, off the line as far as they wanted to take them. It was incredible the way they were handling these guys. And so I give credit to the coach, not just coaching, but through their strengthening program, weightlifting, and these guys just being hungry to go to the next level. Awesome interview.
Absolutely. Also on Friday, I keep saying Friday night. On Thursday night, it was the teacher appreciation night, man, and that's always good. What I noticed over the last couple of years is that some of these teachers end up, as these kids come through, they some of the same teachers who it's a testament to who they are. And it's just like their love for kids, no matter who the child is, and it's just like it was a beautiful ceremony. And if they're wondering, I do have the pictures as you see here, but I wanted to take time and do something. Roll those out in a special way. So,
hey, a great point. You're right. Our teachers are working hard and not getting enough recognition. Obviously, the pay could be better, but the point you made is important. The fact that you're seeing some of the same teachers highlighted by our players, and it's different players. So that means there's a consistency in what they're doing to bring something special to these kids' life year after year. Different players, same teacher. Different players, same teacher. So hey, shout out to the teachers that were recognized and to those who are still working hard and wasn't recognized that night. We appreciate everything you do because it's tough business in there, and I think it's important to continue to recognize their hard work. So, great job, great pictures, by the way.
Yeah, we you see right there, AJ coming, hitting the corner there. AJ was a little hobbled, but I think the taste of the action, he did not want to stop. He kept saying, "I see." He was hiding from Adam.
He said, "You know, the trainer will put him down if he's not,
hey,
if he's
Adam,
not healthy."
Adam don't play that, man. You see Big Adam right there. He don't play that. Like
he doesn't get enough recognition. He is really about the safety of the players, and so if they don't look right, you know, he's gonna weigh in on it. But to AJ credit, man, you know, he's an athlete. He's one of the stars of the team, and everybody wants to be on the team to be a part of it, even when you're hurt. And you can see him he's probably about 95%, you know, strength, but they still couldn't stop him.
No.
And I agree with the coach, you know, don't give him as many touches until that ankle, because ankle is one of those things, man, can, especially, you know, in any sports, but especially here. And as hard as he runs, and as much as we, you know, ask him to do, you can't take any risks. He's got to be healthy because we're looking for a deep season and going deep into the playoffs, and we're going to need him there.
Absolutely, yeah. I saw where, I mean, even on that bad ankle, I saw a couple plays where 100% AJ scoring on that play easily. Because, you know, he hesitated to make some of those crazy cuts that he can make. You know, just that change direction on a dime. And
that he was hobbling a little bit, and you couldn't tell it unless, you know. Again, we know how well he plays, and so I mean, even the night when he got hurt, this guy, he still almost outrun the defensive back and almost scored. I think he carried him almost down inside of the 10-yard line. So he's a D1 caliber player. I'm just telling you. And so for him to be out there, but we need you healthy, AJ, man. So get a few snaps so you won't get rusty on the sideline. But we really need you when we get into these regional play.
Yeah, man, there was some interesting things that happened in with teams that's in our region. This you know, and after we play Waccamaw coming up this week, we'll be going into region play. And two teams in our region had interesting things. That one was Hemingway played with. Hemingway's not in our region, but Burke is.
Yeah.
And Hemingway played Burke last night, and they had a fight, an on-field fight, you know, with the players, which is something that's not really out of the you know. Oh, but what was
for the gridiron? Yeah.
There you go. What was out of the ordinary was the parents running onto the field.
It's got to stop. That's a whole segment right there. You're talking about outside the line interference, you know, and that, you know, and again, not to get controversial, but maybe there's something to be said about, you know, putting out guidelines on who can be out there with the players and the coaches in that business on the side, who has access to the sideline, because in these cases, a lot of bad things can happen, you know.
Well, they didn't take any chances with that against another one of our conference opponents, who was Philip Simmons. Philip Simmons played Michigan last night in front of without an audience. There was no spectators. It was it was a quiet football game. I mean, you would literally have more people at a practice than they had at you know, and I think that's got to be traumatizing for the players too, at some level.
It's unfair, and as grown-ups, come on, folks. Mostly it's grown-ups that's giving our school officials, you know, these uneasy feeling about having people in the stands. Kids too, but we're going to have to govern ourselves accordingly. You know, let these players and the coaches who put in a lot of hard work, the students who, this is a part of your history, man, you know, that they're making, and to reflect back on an important game, and there are no fans there because of some silly, you know, some threat or people acting up in the stand is just not fair to the players and the coaches who put a lot of work into this thing. So,
well, and of course, this is not a political show, but
right.
Politics and sports intersect. I mean, we can act like it don't, but it does.
It's in there.
And this is not a political situation, and I'm thinking, but it hit me this morning. Something is not right here. Something is not making sense, right? Okay, if we have increased threats and all of this other stuff, right? And so we're putting in measures to counteract that, right? Why don't we have an ambulance on site at the football games?
Hold that thought for Andrew's the podcast on Tuesday night. But you're right, because it is about safety, and they got to figure that out. We're learning now through, just like the program we had the other day with the 9/11. When you look at first responders and those things that have to be on, people are not going to. There's shortages in these professions now. There's shortages, and there's some decisions that have to be made that are being made that doesn't make sense. That we got to have these kind of resources at games and places that where you have a high risk. That's a whole nother show.
You already got the kids playing a high risk, dangerous sport. That alone should say, hey, we need to have an ambulance on site. And then you add to that, but then again, that speaks to what you're saying. We got a shortage in these things. So where are the churches that's growing these people in the community? And it's not the church's responsibility. You live in the community. You're a leader in the community. You could be influencing some of these young men to go, instead of being rappers or being some of this other crazy stuff that we don't need in our community, to be a police officer, to be a fireman, to be, one of these essential first responders that's from home. And I'll save all that for Tuesday. Boy.
We can, but it does tie into it again. Not to get lost in all of the great performance the other night, but it's things that we have to have conversations. And if you're out there listening, man, we'll just tune in. We'll talk more about that. But we got to have
Tuesday night. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all tune in Tuesday.
Yeah.
We'll get deeper into that, and also we'll cover which was basically the only 9/11 remembrance program in Georgetown County. And I only say that not just to toot Andrews' horn, but I only say that to say that we need to remember. We need to remember. It's important to remember. And again, we'll dive deep into that on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. right here on the same live channel. So make sure you hit that follow button. Welcome to Andrews the Podcast. Okay. But right now we talking Yellow Jacket football and the victory over Andrew Jackson out of Kershaw County this past Thursday. Game changed because of the weather that we haven't gotten yet.
Yeah, it's I was expecting someone this morning out here in the Mount Pleasant, Charleston area, but as you see, a little overcast, but it's beautiful. The wind, I'm seeing the kids running around. Some of them stopped by too and kind of trying to break into my show over here, but they can do that. They're kids. They're beautiful kids. But yeah, man. So great game, and we haven't even gotten to some of the other. I don't know who the player of the game because everybody performed so well.
Yeah, and I kind of just went away from that because it seems like I always get it wrong because you know what I mean. When I look back, it's just I love all of them to play the games to me. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go ahead and get off the fence on this one. I'm gonna have to go with Brandon Cumbie on this right here because Brandon is a different kind of athlete. My brother made a comparison that was spot on. He compared him to Tommy Frazier, which immediately made me go look at some Tommy Frazier highlights. And if those of you who don't know, Tommy Frazier from Nebraska, old school quarterback, used to run that option. That is Brandon Cumbie 2.0.
Yeah, he's a game changer. Okay, that's simply put. He's a game changer. And you can see that in these first few games because our pattern right now is that we start off slow and then something happens, a big play, and then the boys are focused from that point on. And oftentimes it's Brandon that's kind of leading that change, or tough yards in the paint. I say in the paint down in the red zone. It's his call. you know, and so I think overall Brandon definitely was the player of the game. But I saw some new talent, some new guys stood up. Oh, number 9, you know, Levi Marlowe. You know, we're talking about Dutch Stafford on the offensive side. So these guys now are starting to emerge into the limelight here and getting things done, and competing for some of the spotlight here that has been shared with Brandon and AJ and those guys like that, man. So, and I think I say all that to say that the team is coming together to be a very powerful force out there on Friday night.
Yeah, man. Speaking of that line, in that video where I highlighted Davion, but man, if you sit back and play that video back, and I'm trying to get it loaded up here. Give me a second. It is just packed with pain, man. You see, Jacoby. Jacoby will carry a block. He is literally if play to the whistle. If play to the whistleblower was a person, that'd be Jacoby.
Hey, Kobe Sanders is the beast. Okay,
high motor, man. You
listen. You got the man. You got the beast. You got the pressure cooker. You know, you got. You know, I'm still waiting for that one. It's got to be Brandon, who's at Showtime. Brandon Showtime. He's gonna take the show. But you got the guy you're talking about, just gridiron, cracking heads, little dirty play from time to time, strong as an ox,
slamming people kids up there,
slamming people kids. You know, he's the guy that while we need an ambulance, that's gonna be Jacoby Sanders.
Man.
This kid, man. Hey, look, he wraps this kid up. I mean, he didn't have a choice. I still don't understand why that was called unnecessary roughness. But when he came through and wrapped this kid up, he had him by the arms and the football and all, and he just got this huge body slam. But because if he'd have let him down and he kept running, the whistle hadn't blown yet. Then here he is. The kid is off and running. So what do you want him to do? He had to put an end to this play.
Hey, Miss Funny. Your boy out there, your boy playing rough out there. I'm gonna tell you. Right now.
Hey,
I had to tell Jacoby. I was like, "Hey, go." He looked at me like I was crazy. Like, I mean, like, excuse me. He said that, but he had that look like, "Yo, I'm working here. Get out of my face."
Hey,
like, handle your business, young man. Handle your business.
Jacoby is. You're looking for some crazy action, man. You're looking for some real head knocking pain. Follow this kid. Follow 55, and you're gonna see what it's like to be in the trenches, you know.
And see all these people. So we know who to blame.
We know who to blame, right?
Racking people kids up. There go mom and grandma right there. Gotcha.
We done call them out. Ooh, the baby fell. Yeah, we done call them out, man. That guy. Hey, look, and you're talking anything with like Khalil and Chris Stewart. Okay, they're unstoppable. They are the polite, you know, kind, gentle giants who just in your face and causing you problems. You know, they're just going to be in your face and they're going to stop the play and they're going on back. Jacoby a different kind of guy. He's going to pick you up and carry you 4 or 5 yards and then bury you in the ground.
I have a video proof of this, mom and grandma, in case y'all want to come in here and say, my baby ain't doing that. Yes, your baby is doing that. I got video proof where the play over Jacoby and whistle ain't blow yet.
Whistle ain't blown. He's got to do what he got to do.
Yeah, another good kid, man. And I think he got player of the game thing. And also in that video, Riley Jordan did what's called he blocked on the first level and then came off that block, scraped off on the linebacker, pancaked him. You see him roll around and slap the ground like he pinning somebody in the WWF. And the whole time in the middle of the play, you hear Big Davion, yeah.
Hey, teams are in trouble, man, because these guys know how good they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
They know how good they are. They've been playing together for a few years, and these teams are in trouble because right now they're competing against each other. They're letting each other know I'm going to be on this play, and that's problems for the opposing team. So, hey, it's fun to watch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's fun to watch. I watched that one video you posted over and over again, and we were really focused in on. Oh no, he's not afraid to hit. That's what we love about him. He's gonna bring some pain. So he tell him keep playing hard. But when you look at, if you get an opportunity to show that video, we will focus on Davion because Davion completely cleared out that area. So we thought it was all about him. And when you went back and started to look at it slow motion, you see a great block, I think from Khalil, and I think Stewart may have been in there too, if I'm not mistaken.
If you look, they blocked.
There was a cross block,
and they had nothing to do with the play. The guy was out of the play.
They cleared that completely out. They were out of the film, and then you see Davion driving his guy, but to his left, I think was if I'm not mistaken, I think it may have been Jacoby that got this. I mean, when he hit that lineman, he lifted him off the ground and kept driving him back. So when the running back came through, there was nobody within, a few feet of even touching him for this touchdown. That listen, I wouldn't want to be on the other side facing these cats.
I'm telling you that one kid, I know that line. By the time they got to King Street, them boys were sleeping. That was a quiet ride home. I promise you that.
Hopefully, they have a trainer on board.
listen to what Mom's saying right there. And that makes all of the sense about this team. That's why this team is gelling, and that's why you can feel that energy. And they, like, man, they it's because they've been doing it together for that long.
Hey, look, you see these moms and grandmoms on here, man. Look, ladies are now taken in terms of sports fans. These ladies are in there. They know the game, so it'd be interesting to have some of them on the show here in the near future to get some feedback, some sideline comments from our parents. That'll be great because they're watching it, and I appreciate you all coming out, and I know the kids do, or the players. Supporting them do it, in the sports, but we got to travel with them, as well as be home, and it inspires them to get out there and play as well as they can. Same thing in the classroom. We don't want to forget about the academics.
Absolutely.
I see a Sanders. I'm assuming that's Jacoby's folks right there. I think it is. That young man is something special to watch, and he's having fun. You see him, you see Aiden out there. Them guys, they playing the game hard and having a good time doing it. Got a little play on the sideline.
Yeah, and that's what, as a fan, as a spectator, that's what I want you guys to watch for.
Yeah,
these guys celebrate when they make a good block. When they make, it's
okay, the cousin. Okay, good to see you.
Oh, she get that claim right, yeah.
Yes, sir.
The boy, he gonna make a check on Sunday.
I'm a 30-footer sister. Okay, that's what's up. Hey, and you see again Khalil. You see Khalil and Kay. Them the businessmen. They got it about business, handling it. Just racking up these guys out here, man. And it's just a lot of fun to watch these boys play. Young men, I shouldn't call them boys. But you got a video you're bringing up?
Yeah, I'm looking for that clip right now. Give me a second here. I can find it in here. I think I can get it.
Okay, so Jen, you're the what's Jen's role? I see number 34, the sister. I see Jen. I know Jen now. In fact, we were just talking to Kenny yesterday.
Yep.
Had a good conversation with Kenny. But why we're doing this is, a couple other players I'd like to highlight again that you got. So we have two sets of brothers, at least two sets of brothers on the team. You got Levi and Levi Marlowe and his brother number 1. Let me make sure I got his. And Kobe Marlowe, number 1, who I think he caught the last play there in the game. And their father, obviously, is Chris Marlowe, big guys. So these guys are, making their names on the ball field.
And I seen, speaking of, I think the younger one is number 1, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He played JV last year, and him and Avery Durham were looking like Tom Brady and Edelman out there.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you now. I will tell you some of the sideline comments, and I don't disagree with them. We want to see some more snaps of Avery in there. Getting him ready, giving Brandon some relief back there. Avery get some more snaps because we're gonna have to have all these guys ready to go when we get into the playoff. And so,
I'm kind of selfish with that because I seen the kid play last year, and I want to see him spin that ball.
Yeah. He's got a gun back there, so you get a little bit more comfortable, get some more snaps. But I'm sure that the coach is all over that. But just some of the sideline comments out there from some of the old head football wise men out there. We want to see these young men, and that's what they've done. That's why the junior team. Or the juniors, the sophomores from last year, now the juniors playing, carrying the thing. You got to have a bench. You got to have some depth in there. So it was good to see, again, the Marlowe guys. And after Levi made that first big play, his name was called 4 or 5 times afterwards. He was all over the place. They could not get past him. He was, running the field, making the big hits. So I'm excited, excited about the play that these guys brought to the game the other night.
All right, let's see if I got the right clip loaded up here.
All right, let's go with it. Hey, you see my fans in the background back there.
And that's it. And you hear. All right, y'all, I'm gonna play that a little bit. I'm gonna play that a couple times here because there's a lot going on in that. Now I will tell you that the yelling, that's Davion McNair with the yeah.
You guys are having fun out there, man. As a crack. He drove him all the way off the line.
Yeah, I got to put this on YouTube so I can pause and break that down, man.
Yeah, because you get an appreciation for all the activity in there, and Madison. That's another one, man. They just took these guys completely out of the play. Just drove them, and again, they looked like they were heading over to the canteen to get a Coke and some chips or something.
Absolutely, it made me think about the first time I interviewed last year. The first time I interviewed AJ Lee after that 5 touchdown game, and I asked him what it was like running behind that line last year, and he was just like fun, and I could see it. Me at 51 years old, I coach, I can get you 60 yards. don't look for me next week or the next 4 or 5 weeks, but I can get you 60 yards. If the crowd going, I got you 75.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, at 61, I know I got you 1 first down running behind these cats. Yeah. Now I got to get out. I got to get out of the 3-point stand or whatever. I got to get out of the position first. But yeah, they hold the line and blow them off long enough for an old cat like me to get 2-3 yards of play. But that's a powerful. Yeah, if you get that to a point where they can see it in slow motion and see the excellent blocking, how these guys are firing off the ball and really not stopping until the play is over.
Focus on the guy. So when I highlight Davion, focus on the guy right to the right of him and watch what Jacoby does. Watch Jacoby work.
Over the field.
Number 15 was like a unwilling dancing partner that wasn't just trying to get away. Like I'm trying to get away.
And then I just saw another play where somebody, I guess, with a player trying to go this way. Now you got one of the guys blocking him all the way to the right side of the play. After it was over, they stay with your guy until that whistle is blown. And so, but that's a testament to good coaching too. Now, these guys will, and there's guys coaching them to just stay with your man until the play is done or until that whistle is blown.
Listen, look at now one more player to the right. Look at, I'm gonna play it again. Look at that's number 51, the center, Riley Jordan. Watch Riley come off of one block, then he's gonna take somebody clear across the screen, roll off to the WWF move, slap the floor. I said, man, these boys are crazy. You see, and that's coaching right there. That is coaching. The kid took his guy out of the play, and he could have just went with him, but scraped off. Went picked up number 15, and came across with the WWF move.
And that's what you're telling them. The coach is already telling you, hit somebody.
Hit somebody.
If you got to hit yourself. None of them cats had a chance on that play.
None. And then you look at again, guys. We can go through this video one more time. You can see to the left of Davion, you're going to see big number 7 come in and just clean that side out. There's no chance of making a tackle. You know what I mean? Without, yeah, coach. I believe I can get you 80 yards. I believe I can get you 80 behind this line here.
Yeah.
And Khalil's over there also because Chris came from like the wing back position.
Chris did. Yeah. Like I said, Chris is one of those, he can play football in a 3-piece suit. He's just a professional beast.
Absolutely,
man. Hey, if you guys out here listening and haven't seen these and think we're exaggerating, y'all need to come out and watch these young men play ball.
Be at Walker Mall this Friday night. Walker Mall, South Carolina. Google it. Yellow Jackets are playing. Somebody asked me, who's your favorite football team? Andrew's Yellow Jackets.
Andrew's Yellow Jackets all day, every day.
What's your second favorite? Carolina Panthers. I had to say that low. God, no.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Hard. It's hard, but you got to support them, I guess.
Yeah, I'm an old Coach fan, but I'll keep that under wraps. Yeah, that was good footage on that as well. Being in the right place, catching all the stuff, man. And I don't know if the coaches' films have that kind of an angle.
I think they getting everything from up top, and so it's
But you had a frontal view to see all this things unfold, and again, no, down in there, down there, no, because I'm right there, right behind the action, and just happened to have a wide enough lens to be able to capture all of that. And not getting off topic, but the video that you guys did for the 9/11 program, having 4 and 5 cameras in different places, would capture all that.
Listen, we were on that. We were gonna kill that last year. Matter of fact, we were gonna do it last year, and we didn't even have the PTZs. So we were gonna do that, But now we can mount the PTZs. I'm talking about from all angles, and them bad boys zoom into like.
I think we need to.
Oh, so here it is. Here it is.
Try to make that happen.
It's gonna be $500. And I think we need to broadcast the homecoming game live, so we can go ahead and
let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, get that in there, and then so if anybody wants to be a sponsor, please go ahead. We will do run commercials during the breaks and all that good stuff. We'll run that live, and that'll be the one game. Now I'm gonna try and figure out how I can call the game and take pictures because I don't want to be in the booth calling the game.
It's not a disadvantage.
Yeah,
It's at a
I would
disadvantage.
prefer now if I can get mic'd up and walk the sideline. I don't know how that's going to be with the because I don't want to interfere with the game, so I don't even want to even think about that. But what I do want to do is invite somebody who loves this Andrews High the same way we do to be a part of this Saturday morning show, to be a part of this broadcast we're talking about for homecoming. You know, because I love to have somebody. Definitely, we're going to have a camera in the, you know, with the student body, with the graduates, the alumni class going through there, and we can patch all that
Tailgate.
in. Yes, you know, add all that can be a part of that broadcast. But yeah, it's going to cost this high school football league. We're going to have to pay them $500 to do that. And
I think let's go with it, man. We can talk,
yep.
you know, talk that business piece, but I think we need to do that. Talk to the school officials and get it locked in, because it's incredible. I think it'll be great, and it can also serve as a scouting tool for our players that, you know, to be sent off to some of these schools. But you guys do a great job of capturing these things, and if anybody's wondering what we're talking about, if you go back and look at the 9/11 program we just did at
I
Town
encourage
Hall,
everybody to go watch that 9/11 program. It was first of all, salute to you guys for putting together a good program. I mean, what we do is, you know, I ain't gonna say it's easy, but it's easy to, I mean, you know, when you guys have the program, it's important to start a program on time. Don't keep people sitting there past the time that you advertise to them. And you guys did a good job with that. Everybody did very well. Salute to one Major Chandler, who has some extraordinary personal experience with the 9/11. Not only the tragedy, but the cleanup and the whole, you know, she's got friends that lost their lives during that time. So to hear her story, and then former Sheriff Carter, what was it,
Michael Carter.
Michael Carter is, you know.
Yeah, so we'll dive deep into that on Tuesday night. But we have our very own NYPD retired NYPD police officer who was there on the ground zero on the day of that shared the story. So yeah, stop by on Tuesday night so we can talk more about that.
Absolutely. And I got one more interview, man, I want to get up here before we get out of here.
Absolutely.
But again, guys, we got some entries for some the name that we want to call this show on Saturday morning. I just put up there this morning, Yellow Jackets React Show. But please give us some suggestions on what we're gonna do. And I got some surprise. I ain't even gonna. I'll just let y'all just see it come Friday night. We the team is growing. Just know that the broadcast team is growing. All right. Let me see. Can I get this other video up here? But hey, you said that you are where are you located at again? Tell us where you at.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a view of where I'm out here. That's my hand. I'm out here under the bridge. I ran this morning as a part of the domestic. Oh, that's a dolphin. Look at the dolphins. I ran this morning here on Ravenel Bridge as a part of the domestic violence awareness annual Hope Walk that is sponsored by Mr. Butch Kennedy. And here I am out here. Can you see that?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, there's a dolphin that is popping up right in this area here. But yes, this is where I am out here, live, beautiful location. Now, it's great, but I'm going to have to run. After the show, I'm going to have to run back across to get to my car. Oh, there he is. You don't see that dolphin?
I don't worry. I'll see him in the playback. I had my head down. That's the beauty of recording it. We got it recorded.
Yeah, he's right here. Hopefully he'll surface again. But and the kids are having a great time watching. Let me see. This is what's happening here. So yeah, so I have this long run back across this bridge. Oh, there's another dolphin.
Yeah, I seen that one surface.
Yes, and one is right here close by. But that's where I am. So I'm on the Pleasant Hill side of the Ravenel Bridge. There's a few dolphins. Yeah, Mount Pleasant, and enjoying it and having a great time here on the show. There's some of these are friends right here. They're out. They stop by from time to time to see what I'm talking about over here. So looks like little twins, I believe. There they go. They're just having a good time. Families are fishing. I think he just caught a flounder back here.
Do you? I know you fish a lot. Do you saltwater fish?
No, my brother EJ is into that stuff, but I am. I'm straight freshwater, Black River. Any place I can get to on that side. For some reason, I love getting down there, breaking the brush, and getting into those places where we know they like to bed, and so that's my thing. Out here, I'm not into the crabbing. That's my sister. She does that stuff, but this is me. Running, exercising. I'm glad I'm back into that now. So I'm trying to get fit again. At 61, man, you gotta change the way you do business, so you kind of stay in the game. Because next July, my daughter gets she's getting commissioned, second lieutenant of the United States Army. So I'm gonna have to be in shape to get him a uniform. You're not gonna laugh
Hey
at me
man,
this time.
I said. Well, at least you didn't you didn't go extreme. You didn't go extreme. You kind of walked your way through back into it. But I said, man, when he see himself in that uniform, it's good. And you showed up. You went there about work yourself, about run yourself out of.
Man, I saw that. I said, God knows. I said, because when I was on active duty, I was like, and I'd see some of our retired guys, and they, be in uniform, and it just didn't look right. And when I saw myself, I'm like, that's the guy I didn't want to become. And so from that point, I started working out. Now we have a gym. I can go in there anytime and get a good workout in.
Free promo right there. Anytime you can go to the gym anytime,
brother.
Anytime Fitness. I got to join
Anytime Fitness. So I got my annual membership, and I'm going in there. I was going to go tonight, but since I'm out here on the bridge, I'll run back across and count that in.
What kind of distance that is?
Because I run the bridge run every April, and I think when we hit the bridge, it's about 2.5 to 3 miles. I think across, maybe 2.5 miles. I'll measure going back, but going up, it's a challenge. And but I felt myself today running over to this side. I was in better shape, much better shape, and so I'm getting back. A lot of it's muscle memory, and you've been doing it since high school. Playing sports, or before then, and in the military, of course, kept us going. So it's kind of a muscle memory thing. But if you sit around and eat food all the time and hit food trucks like I was doing, it'll change the game.
No doubt. All right, so let's hear from our quarterback before we get out of here.
All right,
go ahead.
Now, as Gary said, of course, we're talking about it. With this line we were talking about here today, if Coach have to call me and you in, we got to be ready to go. We got to be ready to go. So, Coach, when you say, Coach, put me in, I'm going to get you 5 yards. And then it's over.
No doubt. All right, so here's Brandon Cumbie.
All right, we're here with senior Brandon Cumbie. Brandon, big game tonight, man. You guys got off to a little slow start, but you provided the spark, man. Talk a little bit about the effort you guys put up tonight.
Yes, sir. I just had to get the team going. We started off slow, but then I talked things over with the team. We had to get things going, so I just had to give them that spark, get everybody going.
3 touchdowns tonight. Let me ask you this here. How did it feel? I saw you get a little bit excited when you went back on defense when Caden went down. How did it feel being on that side of the ball?
I've been on defense. I ain't played defense since like my 10th grade year, so it felt good to finally be back on the other side of the ball.
No doubt, man. You one hell of an athlete, and glad to have you on our team. Man.
Yes, sir.
So, next week, Waccamaw. Big week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is what I want to, because I was asking Coach this, how was it adjusting whenever you guys got the call and you knew everything had to move up a day from Friday to Thursday? What was that adjustment for you guys?
We just had to adjust to it. We was ready for it. We didn't make a big deal out of it. We just had to adjust to the situation and get the job done. And we came out here and got it done tonight.
Well, like I said to Coach, the benefits of a short week, now y'all got a long week, man. So y'all,
yes, sir.
Get you guys healed up, and we see you at Waccamaw.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Andrews High Marching Band for providing the sound on the back end of that.
Yes, sir. That was pretty good. That was good. Hey, Yeah, clearly the player of the game. I think probably, if not all three games, definitely the last two. Brandon, I think about it, as he just said, this is his first time playing back in the DB since he was a sophomore. He's senior now. Well, this guy was, if people don't remember, this guy was all-state defensive back. And, I think as a sophomore.
Yes.
And the next year, last year, he was moved to, because of Ken, his brother Cam graduated. He moved into the quarterback position. Now, most players would have a problem with that, but this gets to this young man's sportsmanship, and then being a team player. He moves out of that position where anybody else would want to stay there so they can continue to be, and improve themselves in that position and be more marketable, if you will, for the next level, D1 school. But he moved to this position, and still is a star of this football team. And that's great shout out to him. And a parent would be raising Cain too, but everyone fell in position and supporting him behind us, and he's still a standout. And whenever his number's called, wherever you want him, that's where he is, and he's going to give you 110%. So big shout out to Brandon Cumbie for being just an outstanding young man on and off the field. So big shout out to him. Clearly the player of the game.
Absolutely. Pat, to answer your question, I don't know. I know Georgetown they're going to be introducing their inductees into the Hall of Fame. Seems like they picked up on our energy and went ahead and made it happen. I don't know who's in the selection process. I have no idea about this. I would love for them to come on the podcast and tell all of us, what's the criteria, what's this, that, and I'm sure it's been out there, but we need to.
The criteria is out there. Who was selected or where they are in the process, I have no idea. That's been kept pretty close hold to. I think the school coaches and that kind of business. I have no idea. So looking forward to seeing what comes out of that. Of course, you had to be nominated to even be considered, and so we'll see. We'd like to see what that is, but I don't know. I can't share any light on that one.
Absolutely, but that's let me see. Yeah, that's about all I got right here, man. On this Saturday right here. Again, it's always good when we get to win. Look forward to doing this again, guys. Work with us on the time. We put this together, and we kind of put it together and said, hey, let's roll with it. And so, from between 10 and noon, we'll be coming to you, and we'll get more stable. And if you want to be a part of the show, we can definitely use somebody that doesn't mind traveling with the games and tracking stats and helping us with the stats. You don't necessarily have to put on air. We definitely can use the help. If you're a parent who got some pictures that you want to share and get shared along in the broadcast. And then next week, I'll definitely have a link in there. So we're going to do a segment where we want the fans to react. So we want to get some of your thoughts on what you're seeing out there on Friday nights. Again, the rule is you don't bash players and you don't bash coaches. Okay, but we do respect everybody's opinion.
And I'll say, 'cause this is really Jamal and I talk about this kind of stuff and do this it's about the players, the school, and our town. And so we want to highlight, because we don't get this kind of attention outside of this, and we got so many talented people, both whether it's sports, business, whatever the case may be. But this platform obviously is to highlight our athletes and our coaches in our school. And let them see, some of the wonderful things that's happening on the set. And so big shout out to the coaching staff, the players, the fans, for a great game Thursday night. And we look forward to going down. We got to stay focused now. We can't get too hyped and let this, oh my God, the baby fell. Hey, your kid fell. They're not paying attention.
This is live TV.
I know. Hey, your baby fell. Yeah, she fell pretty hard. Jesus Christ. She fell down there. Yeah, she felt yes. Man,
We just caught a situation on there. Hey, and God, man, that's the universe delivers content. I always say that.
What happened?
Okay, let's listen in.
Yeah.
Let's listen in. No, so I want to say this here before I get out of here. About parents, right? And I'm not criticizing any parents.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, she fell off. Mm-hmm.
To the parents of
Yeah.
young children, and not just parents, not just students, anybody, please, when you hear the playing of the national anthem, do a person like myself, ex-military, family ex-military, I happen to love this country. You may not love this country the same way I love this country, but please have a little respect. Don't be walking during the playing of the national anthem. It's only a few seconds long, okay? It's not that long. You know what I mean? You don't have to do the whole hand over the heart. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to remove your hat. But as students, it's not a good look. It's not a good representation of your family who has benefited from being here in America, and the freedoms that come with that. You could say how bad it was and how bad it is, but if we're being honest, there's a lot to be thankful for being here in America. And I think it's a sign of just disrespect. I think it's a sign of ignorance when you disrespect this country and the people who have, and an extension of that, the people who have sacrificed in ways that you haven't, for you to be able to do what you do.
And I'll just say, yeah, but as a part of the tradition, the respect is to remove your headgear, stand, place your hand over your heart, or whatever the case may be, or just stand and remove your headgear, and for that period of time, yeah. So I just wanted to echo what you're talking about, because we haven't been doing a great job of that. What do we have here?
Absolutely. All right, so but then I think we'll end it there. You probably need to clear out of there. You'll be a part of an investigation.
I know, huh? I'm like, the baby felt, yeah, man, the baby felt, because they were over there fishing. I'm like, oh my God.
So here's the thing: if that baby had fell in that water, what was you gonna do?
Who, me?
Yeah, because the water right there, and then the dolphins down there, so some sharks probably down there.
I'd have tossed the father right on in there. Go get this kid, man. Y'all better pay attention to what's happening, because I'm a land soldier. I don't swim that well.
Man.
But now, probably instincts, I'd be right out there to get this kid, man, so, but she's doing fine. They're spending some time with her right now, but she fell off one of these benches, and I think she may have hit her head, but they weren't paying attention. They were over in the water.
I saw them behind you, like they're chilling.
I had to whistle to get their attention.
So, children, God. But anyway, man, that's all
they
I got
now.
right here for this Saturday. Any last words from you?
No, this is it, man. I enjoy this. This is fun, and I'm glad we have some people to listen in. But again, it's all about our student athletes in the school. And shout out to the principal, I call it Dr. Mahone, for this, changing the atmosphere, the environment around the school to allow us to do what we do, just bring more excitement and some enthusiasm back to the school. So shout out to her and her staff for that. So I'm enjoying it. It's starting to feel like old AHS football, and things are coming together. But this is a huge part of it. So appreciate what you do for us.
Absolutely, man. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button so that we can get more people in and get our kids exposed more. Share it, man. Share it to you on your college pages. Share it wherever you share it at. Andrews High Football. And with that, we will be signing off. Thank you.